Stream live on a website called DSPN, kind of like the sports network ESPN, but D is in Delta, SPNlive.com. Might be better quality than what I can provide, but I don't think there's any commentary for the game. So again, DSPNlive.com if you want another streaming option for these games. Hugo picks up the loose puck. Hugo goes down. It's just, get a shot off. Bain makes, I'm not sure if Bain made a save or not. Wrapped around by Michael to the point. Kept in by Space Coast. Shot is wide. They track it down along the far board. Try to get a centering pass across. It hits Hugo. Now it's behind the goal where Michael has it. He's going to play it up the boards. Elizabeth has the puck. She's got some speed. Come on, keep moving, go deep. There you go. Gets it in the corner, looking for help. Still got it behind the goal. She's still got it. She's trying to figure out what to do with it. She's got it on her backhand. She's got a centering pass. It goes to Charlie. Dumped out by Gavin nicely. Charlie and I guess it'll be offsides. Switch up our lines. James, Liam, and Ryder on. But now it's Michael and Roman on defense. Face off by James, picked up by Liam along the near board. Taken away by Space Coast, ridden off by Ryder, who plays it up the board. Looks like it's going. Nice pass to the far board. It gets past our first defender. James is there nicely, centering pass. Michael's there to poke that one away. Brought out by Ryder. He's able to split some defenders, but loses it at the last second there. Shot goes in on Bain. He's got to cover it up and hold on to it. Same group, face off. James is taking it. He pushes it over to Liam. Liam's able to poke it away. He's got it along the near board. Looks like Space Coast is able to keep that in, though. Going towards a near hash. Shot doesn't make it on goal as Roman steps in. Played up the wall to James. He's given chase. Dumps it, gives chase on his own behind the goal. Picked up by a Space Coast player. Nice centering pass. Outlet for that centering pass. Shot in by on goal on Bain. Bain makes an easy save and flex it up to the near corner. Up the wall to Hugo, who got substituted on. He gains his own. Nice move on his forehand. Sharp angle, misses. Charlie's throwing the far board to get the puck. But he's keeping the zone. Space Coast throws it off the board. Hugo and I think Michael are still there, or Gavin, excuse me. Hugo picks it up. He's trying to backhand it out, but good forecheck by Space Coast players. Milan picks it up behind the goal. He's got some time. He plays it up to Elizabeth. Elizabeth picks her head up, plays it up to Charlie. And Charlie's trying to see what he has. Reverses course. Shot in on goal, just deflected by the Space Coast player. Nice save by their goalie there to get that deflection out in front of Hugo. Hugo can't get a shot on goal as someone got his stick in the way. And now Space Coast breaking it out. And this kid is going to... Nice save by Bain. All right, centering pass. Our defense is there to clear it wide. To clear it out of our zone. Right now. Let's see what happens. I'm working off the Wi-Fi here. Looks like I have a bad connection if anything happens here. James on with Hugo. Hugo has the puck. He's able to skate past the first defender. He's on his backhand, takes it back to his forehand. Tries to poke it over to James. James can't quite his stick on it. Comes out to the far board where Space Coast has it. They fling it the length of the ice. Not going to be an icing. Milan has to retreat and play that. Milan has his got his head up, seeing he's got it, passes out to James. James plays it up the near board. Gets to Liam. Liam's got some help with Ryder if he get it there. Can't quite get it there. Good defense by the Space Coast players. Picked up by the Space Coast. They beat our first defender. Michael's back. Michael does a great job forcing him wide. Shot goes well wide of Bain, so nice job by Michael there. Played up the boards or tried to play up the board by Isaac. Still in. Finally gets sent out to the neutral zone. Back to Isaac. He's going to fling it into James on the blue line, who gets into the offensive zone, reverses course back to Isaac at the point. Isaac sends it in behind the goal. James gives chase there, ties up the player, but it's able to get it up the boards. And Space Coast is out on a little bit of a break. Michael's going to track this one down. Oh, but it gets through him. Oh, centering pass right in front of to Bain, or excuse me, right in top of Bain. Bain makes a great save. Comes out to the point. The shot goes well wide. Comes back out to the point here. Shot goes in on Baines, deflected off of one of our players. Still in front. Baines can't quite cover it up, but thankfully Ryder's able to pull that one out. And with that, Charlie's on. He's got a little bit of a break. He can beat this last defender, which he does. The shot goes wide. Liam's going to get that in the near corner. So some good end-to-end action here in the start. Up the far boards, Space Coast has it. They're looking in the middle. Looks like this kid is their major threat. That's going to be a penalty. All right, so with 4:27 left in the first period, we're going to be on a penalty kill here. We're going to get Roman for a trip. So Hugo, Charlie, Gavin, and Michael are our defenders. This face-off is won by Space Coast. Push back to the point, all the way across the middle. Gavin steps up. He's skating away with it, trying to get some help from his forwards. Gets it to Hugo. Hugo gets it in the zone. A sharp angle. Shot is saved by the goalie. And covered up. All right, Hugo take the face-off in the Space Coast zone. Hugo wins it back to Michael. Michael sends it back in wide of the goal. Goes behind the goal. Charlie's there to put some pressure on. The Space Coast is going to bring this one out into the neutral zone. Good job by Hugo and everyone else to converge on that player. Hugo sends it up the boards, is able to get it out of the zone. Played to center ice. Good job by the defense just to force him wide. Centering pass goes off of Charlie's skate. He backhands it to the near board where Michael's there. Michael's able to play it out of the zone. Hugo's giving chase to that puck that's down in the far end there. He's able to win it. He's got two white shirts on him, pulls it away. It gets it out to Charlie in front. Charlie sends a shot that goes off of the defender's skate, doesn't make it on goal. So good penalty kill by Hugo and Charlie here. Charlie still got the puck on the boards, tries to get a centering pass off, can't quite get it anywhere as it hits a lot of defenders. And now Space Coast is skating it out. I guess that's going to be offsides. With that, we'll switch up our lines. It's like James, Liam, and Ryder are coming on. And then we have Milan and Michael on defense, or Gavin on defense. Actually, we're having some issues here. Looks like Hugo's going to stay out. Not sure where Ryder is, but didn't get in on that line change. We're still man down, that's why. Now it's even strength. Shot in on Bain. Bain makes a nice glove save. All right, so that's why we had a couple seconds left in that penalty kill. So now we're even up here. Liam's coming on, Hugo's going off. Defenses, Roman and Milan. James, Ryder, and Liam are our forwards. James is taking the face-off. Face-off is won back to Milan. Milan slaps it up the near board, doesn't clear the zone as Space Coast is there on the point to keep it in. Still in our zone. Milan's got it. Still bouncing around here near the point. Still can't get it out though. Gets sent in behind our goal. Milan's going to play it right back to the near board here where Space Coast has control of it. Centering pass goes all the way out to the point. Shot sent in on Bain. Oh, just wide. Got lucky there. Ryder has it. He's trying to backhand it. We just can't get this out of our zone. Then again, the white team is very fast and very aggressive. Ryder and James tie up the Space Coast player. James skates away through reverses course, bringing it back towards our near board here. Finally gets it out of the zone, flinging it up high off the boards, and I guess offsides? Not sure. So with that, we'll get a substitution. So Elizabeth, Hugo, Charlie, Gavin, and Isaac on defense. Charlie's giving chase to that. He wins it with nice back checks. Forehands it off the board. Doesn't clear our zone. It's kept in. Elizabeth comes to help, but she can't get it out either. Just kind of kicking around over there on the far board. There you go. Charlie's finally able to poke it free where Hugo's going to pick it up. He's got a lot of white shirts around him. They do a nice job of converging on him and breaking up his rush. Played back in neutral zone. Isaac has some time. He plays it back up the board. Isaac has it again. Tries to get the pass up to Hugo. It's a little bit too far out of his reach. Come on, get there. Almost a turnover by Space Coast in the neutral zone, but they're going to be able to get control of this on the far board. Send it in to Isaac. Isaac's got some time. He plays it up to, tries to get it up to. All right, Elizabeth's going to carry it in the zone. She's centering pass. Goes through everyone's skates. No one can get a stick on it. Out to Gavin on the point. His shot goes in. There's a rebound right there. They can't get her sticks on it. Good play. Come on, Isaac. Got a little bit of a numbers break here. 3-on-2 for Space Coast. See if our guys can get back. Good job by... All right, nice. Riders out of the box. He's able to get that puck. They got numbers back, though. Ryder's shot hits a skate. Picked up by Hugo on his forehand. You see him, he's got a centering pass right out front to James, and nice play. Hugo to James. So with 3 seconds left in the first period, that's the first goal. 1-0 Rage. James will take the face off here for the last couple seconds, winding off the clock. All right. With that, we got the end of our first period. Again, for anyone watching us live, if you actually want a live feed that's more professional, there's something called DSPN, D as in Delta. DSPNlive.com that's streaming all the kids' games this weekend. I just don't think there's any commentary. But they're not at the mercy of the Wi-Fi like I am, which seems to be a little spotty if it slows down or loses connection. Getting ready to start our second period here. James, Liam, and Ryder out on forward with Milan, and I got some Michael on defense. It's either Michael or Gavin. I'll figure it out in a second. All right, face-off is won by James to Ryder. Ryder tries to play it up to James. It goes off some Space Coast skates. Milan has some good pressure. He's forcing the player wide as he gains his zone. Wrapped around behind the back of our goal. See if James can get there first before the defender. He does. He pokes it past her. See if he can track it down. He still does. That should be a penalty. Yep, we got a penalty coming up here. Ryder still got control of it, though, so it's just a delayed call. Looking for help. Goes out to Liam. Liam loses control of it, so that'll get the whistle. So with that, we're going to have a power play with 11:26 left in the second. And with that, we'll switch up, bring Elizabeth, Hugo, and Charlie on, along with Roman and I think that's Gavin now. I'm getting Gavin and Michael confused. My apologies. One out to Elizabeth on the side, pushes to the point to Gavin. Gavin sends it in on goal. Oh, just wide. Charlie was camped out on the doorstep for a rebound or deflection. Charlie still has it, plays it out to Gavin. Gavin's in the high slot, and a nice shot by Gavin. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Beat the goalie high. Nice shot, Gavin. All right, so with that, it makes it 2-0 with 11:12 left in the second period. Still a lot of time left here, and this is a good, scrappy team. All right, face-off goes wide. Elizabeth can't get it away, but Charlie comes in and scoops it away from the Space Coast player. He's in the slot, gets a shot off, goes just wide. Rebound comes out. Space Coast kicks it into near corner. Charlie's got it. He's able to put the centering pass just out of the reach. Oh, Hugo actually has it. Hugo shot. Oh, get in there, yes! When Hugo shot, I think Charlie was there to poke in the rebound. That makes it 3-0. Well-deserved goal by Charlie, fishing out of that corner, getting it to Hugo, and then getting the rebound there off a Hugo shot. Still a lot of time left, guys. All right, same group still on. Faceoff comes back to Gavin. Gavin backhands it out to the center ice where Hugo picks it up. He gets ridden off by the defender. Brought in by Space Coast, weakly dumped beyond Bain behind the goal. Tracked down by Space Coast, but Charlie's going to pick up a loose puck in the near corner down there. Plays it to the point where Space Coast girl defender, she's taking a look. She sends it in on goal, goes off a skate. And Hugo's out skating away. There's some numbers here if we can move it. We got 3-on-2. Stay in front of the goal. Hugo's still got it. He's looking to see what he's got, just circling the rink. He's going to circle back. No one's picking him up. Oh, he loses control at the very end there. Oh, Elizabeth can't get her stick on it. Gets poked away by a Space Coast player. Sent down the length of the ice. Roman's got a foot race here. He's going to have some pressure behind him, but it's going to be an icing. With that, we're going to bring on James, Ryder, and Liam, and the face-off will be back in our offensive end. Defense is Michael and Isaac. James is going to take this face-off. Won by Space Coast, backhanded out into the high slot, picked up by this guy who's just got a full head of steam. Thankfully, Isaac's able to poke it away from him right before he could split our defenders. Dumped down into the Space Coast zone. They're taking it behind their goal. Pressure's being put on by Liam and James, but this guy's just been able to skate through everybody. Gets past Isaac on his forehand. Shot goes wide. Goes all the way out of the neutral zone. Stay with it, Liam. Not sure what that call is. Either way, we'll have a face-off right outside the Space Coast zone. James will take it. Won by the Space Coast player, has a full head of steam. He's able to get past Isaac. He's able to get a shot off, but I think Michael was there to maybe deflect it because I don't think Bain even had to make a save on that, thankfully. Brought back in by the Space Coast players. Shot hits the side of the net. Good by Michael to force him wide. Really wasn't much of an angle there. Brought up by Ryder. Ryder up to James. James does a little toe drag there. Can't quite get his shot off. Goes behind the goal. Picked up by Ryder, who's still got time. Tries to get it to James, but there's some white shirts there. And now they have numbers as they're skating it out. But a great job by Ryder to get back and neutralize what little break there was there. Centering pass to the high slot. Ryder does a good job of stepping in there. Oh man, looks like we're going to have a penalty here on, I guess, Ryder. Either Ryder or the white. One of them's going in the penalty because the ref put his. Oh yeah, so it'll be Ryder. kids went down in the corner. It looks like they're just playing hard, but I guess maybe one got a trip or trying to see what the ref is signaling there for the official call, but I can't see it. But either way, we're going to be on the penalty kill here for a minute and a half. 8.5 minutes left in the second period. I'm sorry, that wasn't Ryder. It was Isaac. Isaac's in the penalty box. Apologies, Ryder. So Ryder's still out on the ice. No, he's not. Let me see what's going on here. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Are we down 2? All right, we have 2 people in the box. I'm not sure if Elizabeth is just serving the penalty, so when it's released, we can get another forward on. But we're only down 1 on the ice. Slap shot from the point goes wide. Gavin's there. He flings it up the near board. Can't quite get out of his zone, but Charlie does a great job of just skating through that. And he's got a little bit of a break. He's got Hugo trailing the play a little bit. Oh, nice play. That's going to be an icing, though. Should be an icing on Space Coast, so shouldn't really be a threat there. All right, let me see. We got Charlie and Hugo as our forwards. And we have Roman and Gavin as our defenders, and Bain is still in goal. And we are still down 1 player for 1 minute and 7 seconds left, with about 8 minutes left in the second period. Hugo in the face-off, won by Space Coast, back to their defenders. There's a couple of kids there. We just got to realize they're not going to pass. We're just going to try to beat our whole team like this guy. Nice job by Roman to poke that one away. Picked up by Charlie. Great hustle. Putting the pressure on there in the neutral zone. But now we got to get back. They're offsides. Yep. Good call, ref. Good job by our defender, whoever that was, just to poke that one away enough to draw them offsides. We'll bring James and Ryder on for our forwards, and we still have Roman and Gavin on as our defenders. Face off will be right outside of our zone with James. James is able to push the face off a little bit further back in neutral zone, but sent right back to the blue line where Space Coast picks it up. Shot goes harmlessly up and wide. Good job by our defenders just to force him wide on there, not give him a clear path to Bain or the goal. Good job by James to dump it in. Ryder's giving chase, putting pressure on. He's able to make life a little difficult for them behind the goal. Run some more time off. There's about 15 seconds left in this power play for the other team. Roman has it. He sends it back up neutral ice where James is trying to get this puck. Gets sent back to Roman, who sends it in deep. So we're going to chase here. Good job by Roman, because then that gets us back to full strength. Elizabeth comes out of the box. All right, now James has it. He's ridden off the puck, but gets it back because Ryder's there to put the pressure. Go to the goal, Elizabeth. Good job by the goalie to cover up that one, not let up a rebound on that shot. All right, so we'll bring Liam on for Elizabeth to get that line back together. And our defenders are now Michael and Milan. James is on the face-off. He wins it. He pushes it back out to Michael. Michael backhands it back in deep. James gives pressure. Does a good job of tying up the player. Centering pass by... we're trying to... All right, shouldn't really be a threat here. We got our numbers back, and thankfully that one pass didn't connect on the Space Coast side. The shot sent in weakly, goes off some skates. Milan's out there giving... somebody went down. Milan rode him down, but it was a clean play. It wasn't really a hit. That's going to be an icing as it's sent the length of the ice. So that'll bring our face-off back in our zone. All right, and looks like we're going to change things up here. I see. So it's still Milan and Michael on defense, and now it's Charlie, Hugo, and Elizabeth on offense. Hugo at the face-off gets pushed right in front of our goalie. That kid's good at face-offs. Push him up. Elizabeth has it. Just get it out of the zone, hon. There you go. Keep going. Tries to play it off the boards to herself, but just keep pressuring them. Just keep pressuring them. There you go. There you go. Turnover, the high slot. Charlie has it. Let's see if he can he does get a shot off. Goalie does a nice job of just catching that one and securing it. All right, so there's 5:48 left in the second period. Still 3-0 Rage. Just waiting on some last-second substitutions here. Face-off gets sent to near board here. Picked up by Space Coast. They try to center it into the center ice. It comes right back here, the near board. Good defense by Charlie and Michael. That one clears the zone. Space Coast is going to have to regroup because they're still off. Now they've got everyone out. Elizabeth putting some pressure on. Force them wide. There you go. There you go. Rides him off the puck. Hugo's able to pick it up. He gets ridden off the puck. Nice pass across the other blue line. Gets dumped in deep. Michael's back there. He's got Milan helping him. Michael picks it up, sends it up to the near board to Elizabeth. She tries to send it up further, but gets the puck taken from her. It's right in front of our goal. Somebody needs to get a stick on this kid. Good job by Bain. I think he got a save on that backhanded shot. Space Coast has it behind our goal. Milan's able to push it out to the near corner over there where Michael has it. He's still got it. He's able to sends a pass, kind of goes past everyone, but a nice pass nonetheless. Good thought. Good job by Hugo. Tries to center, but I think it went off the goalie skate or the side of the net. Charlie's centering pass can't quite connect. Elizabeth backhands it behind the goal. And now that one's going to get sent to length, but it hits Roman, so they're going to wave off the icing. Roman's going to have to play this one. Actually, they didn't even make it there, so it's not icing anyway. Roman corrals it. Good composure. Plays it up to James. We got a line change in there. At least with respect to Hugo's still out there with the other. Oh. So with that, we'll probably get Hugo off, get Liam on, get that line of James, Ryder, and Liam back together. And then defense is Gavin and Roman. James will take the face off. One by, I don't know, comes in near board. Space Coast has got player. He gains the zone. Liam's putting pressure on. He's got plenty of help on Roman right behind him. And now Ryder enters the play to help out too. Gets sent up to the point. Nice pass across to the opposite point. Shot goes wide. Picked up on the near board by a Space Coast player. James has it. He's heading out of our zone. He's got Liam up ahead of him in center ice. James still has it. Oh, that should be a trip. A couple shots there. Ryder's shot was saved. James's rebound, goalie save. James is still trying to center it, and that's going to draw the whistle for the trip on James that happened about 20 seconds ago. All right, so we will be on a power play with 3:17 left in the second for a minute and a half here. All right, face-off comes back to the point, sent in, stopped by Space Coast. Hugo has it in the slot. His shot goes off some skates. Played out by the Space Coast player. Roman has it. He's just taking a look around, see what he has. He's got some pressure on him, though. Pokes it back to the first player, plays it up the board, kept in by Space Coast. Now it gets out of our zone, and it's going to be offsides on the Space Coast, but we're on a power play, so we really can't amount. Haven't done anything here in the last 30 seconds. All right, face-off comes out to Elizabeth. Let's carry it wide, She loses it at the blue line. Pass ahead by Space Coast goes a little far. Roman picks it up. He's trying to see what he has. Plays it off the board to pass Hugo. Sent back up in a neutral zone. Charlie is able to give chase there. Michael does a great job, or Gavin does a great job is coming up there. He passes it to Elizabeth. Come on, girl. Her tries to get a centering pass. Just keep fighting for it. That's going to leave our zone. Hugo, nice back check. Pokes it away from the Space Coast player. Behind the goal, we're going to have a penalty, I think. So a delayed penalty call here. They're bringing their goalie out to get the extra attacker on. He's not passing, guys. He's not going to pass. All right, so that's going to basically, we have 6 seconds. So there's going to be 6 seconds of 4-on-4, and then Space Coast is going to have a penalty for power play, excuse me. My brain's a little slow. For about a minute and 24 seconds once they get their player out of the box here in 6 seconds. Isaac is still camped out in the penalty box, so whatever his penalty was a while ago must have been something a little bit more than routine. All right, so with that, we got Milan, I think Michael, James, and Ryder. And there's about a minute 53 left in the period. All right, face-off goes to Ryder. Ryder plays up the board. Space Coast is able to keep it in at the slot there. Goes behind the goal where the Space Coast gets it. They're just going to send it up the board to the point, excuse me. Shot in on Bain goes high and wide. Milan is coming off, so we're down 2 right now, but Roman comes on. All right, so now Space Coast is 5-on-4. This is their power play. I guess we were just trying to switch out our defenders. Nice pass in the neutral zone. Ryder comes to help out our defenders, wrapped around behind the goal where Roman's going to get there first. He's got some pressure on him. He's able to get past the first white player. He's going to be able to bring it out of the zone, still possessing it through the neutral zone. He gets it poked away from him. Now we need to regroup, though. Thankfully, James kind of held back on that play. He's able to poke out that centering pass. Goes to Bain. Bain has to go down and keep it out of our goal, but James is able to get it, send it up the boards into the neutral zone. That gets poked, sent all the way back down. Step up. James doing a nice job of keeping tabs on this player. They go down in the corner. Roman does a great job of stepping up and poking that one away, getting that in our zone, picked up by Ryder. They have numbers, but Ryder's got speed. His shot right in on goal. Goalie makes a nice save and covers up. Nice job by Ryder. So with that, the penalty is up. It should be even. 5-on-5 for 16 seconds left here in the second period with Greenville up 3-0 still. And looks like we substituted. We got Elizabeth, Hugo, and Charlie on with Milan and Gavin. And Hugo will take this face off. Right to Elizabeth in the high slot. Her shot gets deflected wide of the goal. Good job by Hugo to put pressure on there. He and Charlie are on the near boards. Comes out to Charlie. Trying to just poke it free. Hugo's able to poke it free. Stay there, Elizabeth. Oh, damn. Nice save by the goalie as the time expired there. All right, so we're going to go into the third and final period here with Greenville up 3-0, but a game far from over, given a quick, scrappy team they're playing. So Isaac's going to take his spot back in the box. So I'm not sure what he did. But he's been in that box with James' dad for a while. Whatever he did only cost us 2 minutes in actual penalty kill, but he's still serving out the rest of whatever the call was. Elizabeth, Hugo, Charlie with Milan and Gavin. And Bain is still in goal. All right, guys. 12 minutes left to protect and hopefully extend this lead. Again, plenty of time left for Space Coast to get back in this with the way they play. Pushed by Milan out to Gavin, can't clear the zone. Kept in by Space Coast, slot shot in the high slot. Bain makes a nice save. The defense is able to push it, clear it out. Come on, Elizabeth, get in there. Good job by Milan to step up and just poke that one harmlessly into the neutral zone, make Space Coast gather themselves again. Hugo and Charlie are giving chase. Elizabeth's there to poke it away. Hugo picks up the loose puck. Putting on some fancy stick handling. Oh, nice shot. Goalie makes a nice save. Nice job by Hugo to be able to get a decent shot off there with all the players around him, but that one gets sent far and wide. Gavin's going to have to play this one. There's nothing but white shirts around him, though. No one, our guys aren't back. Centering pass into the high slot. No one's there. Shot. No, nice save, Bain. Backhanded out by Milan, but not out. Just a little bit further up behind the goal. Come on, Elizabeth, get there. Elizabeth, you got to go to the puck, hon. Her backhand is able to finally clear thanks to Charlie's help, pushing it up, but now it's just sent right back in. Gavin's there. He's taking a look around before he gets it off his forehand around the board to Elizabeth. She plays it off the board further ahead. Looks like Hugo's going to actually be able to get that puck. And he's got it on his forehand. He's nice. Oh, centering pass goes off the skate along the side of the net. Uh-oh, that one gets poked past Milan, but a great job by Gavin just to slow things down there. Pass goes Aaron across to the far board where Hugo gets it. Makes a nice turn. Still on his forehand. Go to the goal, Elizabeth. Go to the goal. Oh, nice shot, Hugo. Hugo able to do stick hand past that defender and get a high shot over the goalie. Great job by Hugo. And that makes it 4-0 with still 10 minutes left in this game. All right, we switched out our offense and our defense. Ryder's backhand up to James, and Liam's also on. James has got it tied up there in the corner. He's got it skating away into the Space Coast zone, gets ridden down. I guess there's not a penalty. Liam's putting on a little bit of a pressure there. Gets played all the way up to the end. That's Roman, and Roman's on with Michael as our defenders. Roman still has it. Gets a pass up the boards to Liam. Liam tries to turn, but he's met there by a defender who pokes it away. Pass up to the center right, or excuse me, our blue line. Oh, nice move by that guy. Oh, nice move again. Oh, crap. Unlucky. So it wasn't really a shot there. The kid just put a bunch of moves on, and when he made his second move, he lost control of the puck, but our guys, in their effort to get back, I think it went off of one of their skates and into our goal. So that makes it 4-1 with 9:30 left in the third period. Just unlucky. All right, face off by James. Gets Liam's there to pick it up, gain the zone, still on his forehand. Doing a nice job of shielding with his body. Goes behind the goal, picked up by, James is there actually to tie up there. Space Coast player skates away with it. Still got pressure on him though, but he's still possessing the puck nicely. Oh, centering pass. Looks like he either hit the goalie or the defender. Good job by Ryder to make the track down that guy and make a reverse direction. And then Liam comes in to poke the puck away. Shoot it, boy. Nice. Nice shot, Liam. Liam beats the goalie low. Job, Liam. Great job by Ryder to whoever that was, put the back check on and allow Liam to pick up that loose puck and to skate in and pick his corner. And a nice job by Liam to finish. That makes it 5-1 with 9 minutes left. Face-off gets pushed ahead by the Space Coast player, who I gotta admit is a nice face-off technique, being able to push it past our guys into the forward of everybody. He still got it. Oh, nice shot, Bane. Nice save, Bane. All right, Hugo on the face-off. Hugo's able to win that one back to Milan. Milan plays it up the board to the point, kept in by Space Coast. Slap shot, cut off by Hugo before it can even get in on goal. Hugo brings it out. Ridden off the puck, but Charlie gets the free, picks up the loose puck. Charlie still has it. He gets a shot off, goes off the goalie's glove, I believe, behind the goal, where Charlie is still there putting pressure on. Played up the board, where Hugo pins it against the board, gets it on his forehand, seeing what he has. He's able to move past one defender, still got it. Shot gets saved by the goalie. Nice glove save by the goalie. All right, so we still got 8 minutes left in this game. It's like Milan and Gavin are our defenders. Hugo's taking the face-off. He wins it, or thought he won it, but no, Space Coast skates away with it. They pass it up to the far board at center ice. And Gavin flicks that one away. Charlie's got it. With a goal, Elizabeth. Oh, nice job, Charlie. Charlie's able to beat the goalie high on that little break. So that makes it 6-1 with 7 minutes and 47 seconds left in the third period. And we'll bring on Ryder, James, and Liam with Milan and Gavin as our defenders. That puck gets sent to Gavin. He backhands it up to Liam. Liam does a nice job of possessing it. Goes down. We're going to have a penalty. Liam just drew a trip. So that'll put us on the power play for a minute and a half here with about 7 minutes left. And it's now a running clock. Probably just because the game's going a little bit long. But that works to our advantage. James will take the face-off. Wins it over to Liam. Liam kicks it out of the skate, plays it nicely back to James in the high slot. James is going to try to get a little closer to the goal. He's able to, actually. Gets it right in front. Oh, I think it's... Oh. That's a cross check. Ref blew it dead, but Ryder was actually there to poke it in. It went in the goal, but ref blew it dead, I guess, before either Ryder did that or ref just didn't realize it was still loose. So either way, it's still 6-1. And now there's about a minute left on our power play. And 6 minutes left in the game. Again, running clock here. James face-off goes to the... Michael's going to track this one down. Scott on his forehand, plays along the board to Ryder. Ryder plays it up to James. James cuts back to his forehand into the slot area. He's still got it on his forehand. He tries to send it on goal. Can't quite make it as it hits him. But a great job by James to go down and keep it in our zone. To Ryder. Ryder's shot goes wide of the goal. Ryder and Liam are there. Ryder's still giving chase. But Space Coast skates out with it. Good job by James. Come over and put on a good back check there. Here comes Ryder to help James. He pushes it back out into the neutral zone, where Gavin tries to play it back in. That gets sent to the middle, from Roman to James. James is trying to put some moves on this last player, free himself up. Nice job. Yeah, nice. So that was James is putting on some moves, and somehow it went over to Ryder, who was standing on the far post, and he's able to push it right past their goalie. So James to Ryder. And that makes it 7-1 with 5 minutes left. And we're going to have Roman and Isaac on as our defenders with Charlie, Hugo, and Elizabeth. Hugo does a nice job winning that face-off to himself. Elizabeth's trying to... she gets ridden off the puck. Slapped out of the zone to Isaac here. Isaac's picking his head up, seeing what he has. Plays it back to Charlie on the blue line. Charlie's able to beat a defender. He's able to, no, can't quite beat that second defender. Comes over and pokes it away from him. Played out by Space Coast deep into our zone where Roman's going to get it. He's going to carry it behind the goal. He's going to send it off the boards, but it's kept in at their point. But it's pushed out by Roman again into neutral ice. Elizabeth skates through that one, or did for a second there, but really nice job by Roman to step up. All right. Got a little bit of 2-on-2 break. Oh, nice play by that guy. Oh, nice job. Nice pass and a nice little move to get himself open for a goal there by the white player. That makes it 7-2 with 3.5 minutes left. I'm going to switch out and put James, Liam, and Ryder on with Milan and Michael on defense. Face off, tied up at the center ice, brought out by Space Coast. Milan's just keeping the guy wide. Shot goes harmlessly wide. James is going to corral that puck, push it ahead. James still putting some pressure on. It's going to go into the near corner here where Milan has it with a lot of time, picking his head up. Oh, no. Nice job, Bain. Seals the pipe, makes a blocker save. Milan flips that one over to Ryder. Ryder shot. Oh. Goalie made a nice leg pad save. Rebound, nobody was there. James pushes it up to Liam. Liam throws it in on goal. Goalie makes the save. Ryder putting the pressure on in the far corner. He gets ridden down. So, all right, now coming out. This kid is just like all they gotta do is just collapse on him. But we don't, and he scores. For anyone who watches our games, this kind of reminds me of the Roanoke team. They kind of have one or two players that they live and die off of, and our guys haven't realized it. Because when it goes to those kids, they're not passing. They're just going to try to beat them. But he did, and that makes it 7-3 with 2 minutes left. Good job by Hugo to get it, just slap it wide. Come on, Elizabeth, get there, hon. Gets sent in. Hugo's there to pick up the puck. He sends it back up to the point. This is kept in, though. Hugo's there to finally get it out of our zone. Flicks it up to Charlie. Nice pass out of the zone by Space Coast. But they just dump it harmlessly in. But no one's there to chase. Roman has it. He plays it off the board. Clears the zone. They're offsides. All right, so that'll be 1.5 minutes left in this game. And that'll bring the face-off outside the zone. Face-off is picked up by Space Coast in the slot. Nice pass over. Great job just to, oh gosh. Good job by coach to take a timeout here. Kids just look, they're just being out hustled right now. There's still 1:20 left in the game. It's no longer a running clock. Maybe it was a running clock because of the goal differential, but that's since vanished. have Liam, James, and Ryder out with Isaac and Michael. James will take this face off. Hopefully this next, picked up by Space Coast right off the face off. Gets past our defenders, and he scores. Boy, and just like that, we have a 2-goal game with 1:14 left. This kid's good at face-offs. He's able to push it to himself. Great job by James to finally win one. Play it back into their zone. Just take some time off the clock. Oh, here we go again. 3-on-2 break. Thankfully not in one of their stronger kids' hands, but he's able to beat our... Oh, man, we got lucky there. Centering pass went wide. Good job, Ryder. Just skated out, Ryder. Take some time off. Great job, Ryder. Dumps it in. Very well done. Clock's down to about 44 seconds now. Let's just pin him in here for the last 40 seconds. Just throw it in deep. Good job, Gavin. Good job, Liam. Way to right to James in the slot and puts a move on. Loses control. Come on, get there, Ryder. Great job. Way to tie it up. And Ryder sends it back in. And about 20 seconds left here. Just dump it in. Dump it in. Good job, Michael, playing it off the boards. James is going to carry it in with about 10 seconds left. His shot gets... nice job, James. And James gets dumped. Probably a cheap shot, truth be told. But he scored nonetheless. I think his first shot got saved, and then he put his own rebound in. So great job, James. And that'll make it 8-5. Picked up by a Space Coast player. He's not going to pass, but he's got nice moves, so can't take it away from him. And that'll be the end of the game. So that's 8-5 Rage. Made that game unnecessarily close and interesting, but we'll play again at 7:45 tonight.